Welcome students to the video module on the applications of D'Alembert's principle. In the last module, we learned what is meant by D'Alembert's principle. D'Alembert's principle is the principle of virtual work applied to dynamic systems, that is, systems in motion. Okay, as a first example, we can consider a block move on an inclined plane. Consider a block of mass m move on an inclined plane with an inclination theta. Under the application of a force F, it moves a virtual displacement of delta S. So, we can write, or we know that the force acting on the object is the weight of the object mg that can be divided or split into two. One is mg sin theta along the plane and mg cos theta perpendicular to the plane. Mg sin theta is the force that makes the object to move downward. So, Fi is equal to mg sin theta. Then Fi dot delta Ri is equal to mg sin theta delta S. Here, delta S is the virtual displacement that we consider. In the same way, Pi dot equal to, what is actually Pi dot? We learned the dot representation is for derivative. Pi dot is equal to dpi by dt. That is, what is P? It's a momentum m times v. So, m is a constant taken out. So, m times dv by dt. What is v? V is ds by dt, rate of change of position or displacement. So, that is why we can write Pi dot as m d square s by dt square. It is ma, acceleration. Acceleration is d square s by dt square. So, we can write Pi dot delta Ri is equal to m d square s by dt square dot delta S. Here it is. Okay, dot delta S, because the virtual displacement we consider as delta S here. Okay, so we got two equations. One is Fi dot delta Ri, another one is Pi dot delta Ri. Now, applying D'Alembert's principle, we learned what is D'Alembert's principle. Sigma I from 1 to n Fi minus Pi dot delta Ri equal to 0. But here only one particle, that is one block. There is no n blocks here. So, I from 1 to n is not there, only I equal to 1. So, we can write the equation as F minus P dot delta S equal to 0. On rearranging, F is equal to P dot. What is F? It is mg sin theta. And what is P dot? It is m d square s by dt square. Cancel the mass from both sides. We get d square s by dt square equal to g sin theta, that is A. This is the well-known equation for an object moving on an inclined plane that we derived using D'Alembert's principle. D square s by dt square equal to g sin theta. Okay. As a second application of D'Alembert's principle, we can consider the motion of a simple pendulum. We know that a simple pendulum is a bob attached to an inextensible string and which is free to oscillate to and fro about a fixed position as shown in the figure. Let the simple pendulum is displaced by an angle theta, and let delta theta be a small displacement in the angle. So using the equation angle is equal to arc divided by radius, we can write delta theta equal to delta x divided by L sin theta. Why is L sin theta? You see, if this is L and the angle is theta, and this is the side opposite to the angle, so it is L sin theta. Okay. So, delta x can be treated as the arc here, and L sin theta as the radius, delta theta is the angle. Therefore, delta theta equal to delta x divided by L sin theta. So, delta x equal to L sin theta delta theta. here delta x can be considered as the virtual displacement. Also, when you consider this triangle or this arc here, delta x is also equal to L d theta, because this length, this is the radius, in that case L, and this is delta x. Here is the angle delta theta. So angle delta theta equal to delta x divided by L, cross multiplying, we get delta x equal to L d theta. So we got two equations for the virtual displacement delta x. Now using D'Alembert's principle, Fi minus Pi dot delta Ri equal to 0. But here only one particle, so I equal to 1 only, so we can write F minus P dot delta R equal to 0. Taking P dot delta R to the other side, we get F dot delta R equal to P dot delta R. Now consider the left side. F dot delta R is F dot delta x, because delta R is the general symbol for virtual displacement. In this case, we consider delta x as the virtual displacement. So F dot delta x. What is F? It is mg. What is delta x? It is L sine theta d theta. And the negative sign, because here force and virtual displacement, they are in the opposite directions. Okay? And similar way, P dot delta R equal to P dot delta x, that is equal to M L theta double dot L d theta. Here I used P dot is replaced by M L theta double dot. How? You just check the sub calculation at the bottom. We know that P is mv, momentum is mv. But what is velocity? In angular notation, it is L omega. If omega is the angular velocity, then we can write V equal to L omega. But what is omega? It is d theta by dt, rate of change of angular displacement. Okay, so we can write momentum P as m L theta dot, d theta by dt is theta dot, the dot notation for derivative. Now what is P dot? P dot is dp by dt. So we again differentiating that. So we get ml d theta dot by dt. So that you can write as ml theta double dot. So that is how this expression for P dot delta Ri equal to P dot delta x, that is equal to ml theta double dot, and delta x is replaced by L d theta. From here delta x is equal to L d theta, that is ml square theta double dot d theta. So we got two equations now, three equations, I mean equation 1, 2 and 3. Using these three equations, we can write minus mg L sin theta delta theta equal to ml square theta double dot delta theta. Cancelling the similar terms from both sides, theta double dot equal to minus g divided by L sin theta. This is a well-known equation for angular acceleration. Theta double dot. Theta double dot is the angular acceleration. Theta dot is angular velocity. Theta double dot is angular acceleration. So theta double dot equal to minus g by L sin theta. So we derived the expression for angular acceleration of a simple pendulum using the D'Alembert's principle.